Today I find myself in a motorcycle shop and it makes me feel kind of like I'm in a mad scientist's laboratory. And essentially I think that's really what it is because, well, let's just start by me introducing you to my friend who is quite the mastermind, bike builder, designer, fabricator, crazy knife Let's just meet him.
I'm Locke Baker from Eastern Fabrications in Los Angeles, California.
That is right, we got to Los Angeles filming the top roads in all of America, and I bring a veteran along with me on these trips. At least that's my goal, my plan. And when I got to LA, I reached out to my friend Locke, and he said, you know what, come on down, stay in my shop. I had to jump at an opportunity to stay inside, you know, the laboratory, if you will. So Locke, you got quite a few cool bikes in the house right now. Yes, let's start out by just showing these guys a couple of the bikes that you built.
Okay, come with me. This bike is called Knuckle Game. It's an S&S knucklehead that's been modified to be dual carb, swing arm frame. It's got all handmade bodywork out of aluminum that I did. It's got a handmade stainless steel exhaust, been de-raked, gun brown finish on the whole frame and the trees. We got stainless steel bars, we got EFAB controls, bare metal, tooled cowhide.
I do dig the seat, man, that tool cowhide. So you do all your own tooling?
Yes.
You do all your own aluminum work?
I try to do as much as I can. You know, I do a little bit of engine work, I do chassis work, welding, engineering, leather work, bladesmithing, blacksmithing, metal forming, as much as I can.
This bike is absolutely beautiful, man. And so what was the inspiration on a bike like this?
This bike's got a lot of Japan influence, which they've got a very distinct style, and I've been inspired by it for years. So this bike has a lot of that in it. It's also got the typical EFAB sort of utilitarian aspect. It's fairly comfortable, it's easy to ride, it's easy to start, it handles well.
I love that his bikes are functional. If you watch our other videos of us riding around the California area, you can click this link right here and you can see them. But I mean, he gets out and he actually rides these bikes. He puts down miles. We actually put down some miles in Arizona not too long ago.
We did on the hot bike tour.
That's right.
Red Asphalt, the Modus.
I was on a bagger and he was next to me on an absolute crazy machine. Let's go look at that one next.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
This is the latest bike of mine. It's called Red Asphalt. Red Asphalt is based around a Modus V4. So the whole chassis, you know, all the metal work, all the risers. I had some help with the triple trees. A little bit of help with the valve covers from a friend of mine.
So like this entire frame, you just drew up and fabbed and came up with an idea of how to make a frame work around an engine, or how's that look?
I do drawings, do calculations, sort of average it all together, and then cook something up.
You have absolutely cooked something up. What's your favorite part of this bike, Locke?
Favorite part besides the motor? I like the taillights, to be honest. These little guys right down here, they're titanium. They're made by a good friend of mine, SLNYC, in New York. His name is Alex Lerner.
Very cool. Can we see him?
This one's just the brake cluster. And then it's got another set over here that's for running lights.
So you got the running and you got the brake.
Yeah.
And this, tell me about this panel. What's going on here?
It's in place of a dashboard. You know, usually you'd have your dash on the tank or maybe up here with switches all over the handlebars, but I like just nice simple bars without a lot of buttons on them usually. So thought it's just relocated all down here, and I thought, you know, just hanging off the side, little sort of fighter jet looking control panel.
That bike is sick, man, and it rips too. This is the one that we've ridden. Well, every time we've ridden, you've been on this one.
Yeah, you've only seen me on this bike.
You can't get off of it, can you?
No, I absolutely love it.
Unbelievable. To fab and design and create all of that from scratch in your head around components that you have is absolutely mind-blowing. I think the difference between a bike builder and a bike fabricator.
There is.
So sick, man. I've been like a kid in a candy store all across the shop for the last 3 days. This bad boy here, tell me about her.
This is the Interceptor Mark II. It's the second go-around for this bike. Started life as a 2000 Dyna. Then I decided, all right, I'm gonna go back in and really go nuts on it. So I used the crankcases, the tranny case. Little bars and risers were on the other bike. They came over to this version, but everything else is new. Cut up the frame, back halved it. It's got a monoshock, new exhaust system. The motor's been upgraded. It's got a Mikuni rubber mount engine design.
What do you mean a new rubber mount engine design? What does that mean?
Pretty unique system. Motor just reciprocates up and down on a pivot. And there's a a long-winded, elaborate reason for that, but I'll spare you that. But it works really well.
So you essentially have a monoshock dyno.
Yes.
And what made you want to do that, man?
I love how dynos look, but I wanted to handle a bit differently, be a little lighter, but I didn't want to lose the dyna look. Required a whole rebuild. But
So, you know, for me, Locke, when I see a beautiful piece of art, I always want to know what the artist is thinking. And, you know, I have a unique opportunity to kind of share your thoughts with these people because these bikes are definitely works of art. So they're very, as you said earlier, utilitarian. They're very Mad Max feeling. What is it about this look, this style that identifies with you? Why are we seeing these types of bikes come from you?
I try to make it more durable, more stainless steel, more titanium, more bare metal. And if I have to coat something, I want to find a high-tech space-age coating that can't wear out, can't chip off. I don't like to hide stuff. I don't like to do covers. I want to see all the gears and chains and wiring and mechanisms and linkages and weld. That's important to me. That's how a bike's built, and I never wanted to camouflage that.
All right, Locke, so let's give the people a tour of what a shop looks like that builds and puts out bikes like this.
All right, follow me.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going here first.
All right.
Here, this is I call it the dirty room. It's where I do all the really filthy fabrication. So we've got bandsaw, surface grinder, sandblasting cabinet. Here on the bench is like where I do all my little hand work. Really when I'm in here, I'm just sort of just working on some little stuff. Turn around, let me show you this. This thing I spend a hell of a lot of my time on. My Burger King sander. This is an awesome machine. It's actually made specifically for building knives. A great bike maker also. It's like the best thing ever.
And here's a little inside scoop for you all. Locke also builds some of the sickest knives you will ever see. Before this video's up, we'll go show you what that's all about too.
Here.
Scooter.
Over here we've got the sort of the machining area. It's got the drill press, we've got all the drill bits. This is the lathe. If you're building a bike, you kind of need a lathe. They're gonna bury me with this lathe, I think.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, I love this thing. Got all my milling equipment over here. Here's my Bridgeport end mill. If you're a bike builder, you probably know about the Bridgeport. Very handy tool. It's got a digital readout on it.
And then of course you got all kinds of brakes and presses.
Yeah. This is a brake for bending stuff. We've got my bandsaw here. Yeah, that's a big old sheet metal shear.
Man,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I love tools. They're the gift that keeps on giving.
So like I told you, not only is he building these, I mean, how do you even introduce something like that? How do you even say what that is? I think, Locke, we should consider teaming up and doing a bike like this, a Mad Max, raw, utilitarian chopper, except I think we should do it with like a travel or a touring type theme with bags and windbreak. A chopper like if you were Doomsday and you had to get across the Mojave Desert.
Right.
This is the chopper you would take.
Yeah, okay.
I think we should do so. Listen, you guys, what do you think of that idea? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think that would be cool to see? Maybe we could build it and sell it and do something online, a one-of-a-kind one-off?
Yeah, I'm down.
Tell Locke your opinions. Will you read the comments?
Yeah.
Okay, he'll read the comments. Tell me your opinions down below. But now let's talk these knives.
This is just where I'm at with my skill level with the knives. Every time I build a knife, I learn more. And same with the bikes.
So what are some of the cool things? What do we got in here?
See, this one you've maybe seen from the Hot Bike Tour vid. If I have a Damascus knife in here, I made the steel. You can buy Damascus and shape it, which is a great way to get into it, but to me, making the steel was really important. So all the steel from the blade to the guard to the pin is my steel.
And what's the handle?
The handle is oak burl.
And you just take that, what do you take that out of a chunk of wood and just...
You can buy like big blocks of beautiful hardwoods, and I'll just shape it out of the block.
Very cool.
Thanks, man.
I personally like this bad boy. Look at that. Could chop wood with this. This is like a survival knife. This is the guy I want. But what's with the two different finishes?
So, okay, starting back here, this is just the forge finish from when I was literally, hammering the shape out. I call it brute to forge when you leave the forge texture on there. Then you can see this other stuff going on, this sort of wavy business. That is a differential heat treatment. Basically, all the steel on this side of that wavy line is really hard, durable, it'll hold an edge, it won't go dull, it won't wear out or chip or anything. It's two different qualities built into the same piece of steel to give it better performance.
Amazing, man. Love it. Which one's your favorite handle?
Yeah, probably this guy.
That's your favorite handle?
Yeah, they call it a dog bone, and you would also call it a frame handle. The entire handle sort of has a steel chassis of its own, but then the blade is inserted down into it. And it can also come apart, which is kind of a neat feature. Take this off of here, so it'll just slide right off.
Show them the inside of that.
Guard can come right off too.
That is so cool,
All
man.
pretty much made with little files. I mean, a little bit of milling, like I milled the groove, but the whole handle is just sort of little bitty hand tools.
Little bitty hand tools.
Yep.
And a lot of patience.
Yep, I've got the patience part.
I just love your knives, man. I love what you're making there with them. They're just beautiful. Everyone's unique. It's like your motorcycles, everything you do.
I couldn't build the same thing twice again if I wanted
This
to.
guy's so rad, man. I'm excited to be able to share him with you and share what he's got because I think the whole world should know about you, man. I really
Thanks,
do.
man.
So
I appreciate
make sure you share this video out there with anybody you know that's interested in custom knives or bikes because I want to do my part and I know all the Americans and all my bike builders out there and all my bike riders out there want to do their part too. So share my boy Locke here, man. Unbelievable. Took me and a veteran into his home downtown LA. Only thing that's going to resonate with them more than knives and bikes are dogs.
Dogs. Where could we find some dogs?
Well, there's one. That's Scooter. But look at your dog.
This is Bingo, my rescue dog. Bingo lost one of his eyes, but that's okay.
We love Bingo, man. He's
Oh,
a friendless
yeah.
little guy.
Oh yeah.
And even him and Scooter get along, which
Yeah,
is...
Scooter's a little grumpy, but I understand.
Scooter's always grumpy, aren't you, Scooter? You being grumpy? What you got there, Bingo?
Bingo dug himself a little nest in the couch here. I didn't stop him. It was too cute. I had to just let him do it.
Man lets the dog dig a nest in his furniture.
It was a Craigslist couch, so it doesn't really matter.
So that's just a quick overview. I mean a very quick. I could bring you into room after room. He's got so much stuff. I mean, even up at the top of those stairs, engines and frames.
Got to be prepared.
That's right, man.
Inspired by something, you know. I got to have the tools at hand to just grab what I need and strike while it's hot.
Strike while it's hot. Locke, I appreciate you taking me into your home, into your shop, and letting me share it with everybody out there. I hope you all enjoyed this as much as I know I have. This is a man living downtown LA, truly living his dream, being an artist. All right, y'all, remember, you too can live your dreams. Just don't stop dreaming, man. Dream until your dreams come true.